ahead. Say hi, I'm Papa.
Hi. How you all doing? What time did you get in?
We got in on Monday at 3:30.
Monday. Hey, that's good.
Who are you?
I'm doing pretty good for the time being.
Who are you?
Oh, who are you?
That's your question.
Oh. Well, I'm just
Tell them
going
your name.
you just want my name, Charles Elliott, huh? Or Chuck Elliott, which one you want to call me.
Papa.
But I prefer Papa.
And who's that pretty lady sitting next to you?
Oh, that's my wife. That's my queen here, Minerva.
Uh-huh.
Takes care of me. Doc said I'd have been dead a long time ago if it hadn't been for her.
Yep.
So,
We'll get a story from you later, okay?
all right.
This
You want a
is,
snake story, I guess, huh?
well, we like the one when you teach school. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, teach school?
Be gentle, Papa.
Now, I had, let's see, I was second grade. That would be his size.
Liliana size.
Lilian, that's the ones I teach. And all of them made straight A's.
Papa taught second grade.
Second grade. I wouldn't let no kid not pass. What I'd do, I'd take and sit them down, give them their 10, it'd be 10 words that they would have to study, and I'd give them about 5 minutes to study. You getting all that down?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You get about 5 minutes to study, you know. And so I asked everybody if they was ready, and they'd say, yeah. And I said, well, write it down on a piece of paper. And then I'd go around and see if everybody had the words right. And if they did, I said, well, now throw that paper away. Give me that paper. Now we're going to take your test. And I'd give them the test, and everybody made 100.
There you go.
Everybody made straight A's.
Now, Papa, how did you get that job of teaching school?
Well, one thing about it, how I got this job, it's kind of funny. I had this here teacher, and I don't think she liked her principal too much to start with. And I know the 7th grade teacher didn't like her principal. So the 7th grade teacher took it up on her own to send somebody down. And so the pastor or principal didn't like that. So he come in the classroom and says, Charles Ellie, get out here. And so I went out there, and I thought I'd done something.
How old were you?
And oh well, I was in 8th grade. So how old would you be? 14?
14.
Something like that. 15 or somewhere along in there. And so anyway, I go down there, and there's a girl in there. And she said, "What are you doing in here?" I said, "I'm going to teach this class." And no, you're not. Said I was sat down here. Well, at that time, we had these big old pot-belly stoves in the school. Every room had a big pot-belly stove. And so, all right, coal, you know, they had them regular coal buckets.
Yeah.
You carried coal in. And so I just pulled me up a chair and sat down and put my feet up on the coal thing. And I said, this is where I'm staying. And so she goes and gets her teacher then. And so here comes her teacher then and tries to run me out. And I said, go away. Principal set me down here, and I said, no way, I'm staying.
So you were going to teach the class.
I'm going to teach this class. Now I said, now once everything is settled here, I'll start teaching this class. But everybody is just getting these kids all aggravated and confused of what's going on. They're coming in here and arguing. And so we'll see about that. So she goes up and gets the principal. So the principal come down and he told that girl, says, you go back to your class. And Chuck, you teach this class. And I said, yes, sir. So when everybody got out, and I asked the kids, I said, now wasn't that a lot of fun? And so they said, yeah, that's fun. We're going to do it again. I said, no, you ain't going to do that no more. I said, now we're going to get down to studying. I said, now what are you supposed to be studying right now? And, you know, they'd say reading or spelling or ever what it was. I don't really exactly remember what it was, but ever what it was, we got right into that. And I'd let each one read. I go right down, same thing, just read right down the same thing, you know, to make sure that everybody could read. And and then the spelling, I just told you how I done the spelling, and then drawing or ever what we got into after that, why, one it would draw the best picture, you know. Of course, I couldn't draw either, so. But the one that drawed the best picture, you know, they was going to be the champ for the day, you know. So, and which that tickled them, you know. And then all of a sudden, I started getting big apples. Sometime I'd get an orange every morning, be on my desk and everything, you know. So.
You ever get a pumpkin?
I school for 2 months. And, well, the woman, she had pneumonia, I guess it was. And then that she had that for 2 weeks or better, or maybe 3. And so she thought she was getting better, and all of a sudden she got worse. And she goes back to the hospital and checked out, and she's got double pneumonia now. So this is how come her to be out so long. And so I mean, I'm really enjoying myself, you know, and I take the kids out and stay right with them out in the playground, you know. They don't get hurt or nothing. And that's what usually where they have to go outside, well, that's what usually you do. You take them all outside. And you stay with them, you know, and let them play different games. And they played hopscotch and jump the rope and stuff like that. And so nobody would get hurt. And so then finally the teacher came back. And of course I hated to leave all of them kids, you know, and they by and some come up and hug me, you know, put their arm around me and hug me, you know, everything. And so I guess I had a few tears coming out of there because I got used to them so much. And so I went back up and principal called me. Well, I went to the office first and told him, I said, well, she's back. And so he said, well, he says, how did they do? I said, you know what? Them kids made straight A's. I mean, they made straight A's and everything. Everything that you have to grade them in, they made straight A's. And he said, well, now that's good. I'm glad to hear that. We'll see what happens from here on out, you know. And, of course, they didn't get straight A's from there on out. But anyway,